Imagine a showdown between the two largest crypto exchanges in the world, Binance, the giant hounded by legal storms, versus OKX, the regulation-friendly rising star. Which one do you trust? I've seen it all. For nearly 25 years, I worked at the DOJ, where I investigated some of the largest antitrust cases in the country. Now in retirement, I'm working for you. Welcome to the Antitrust Insider. Today, we're going into the arena of two crypto power plays. One empire is weathered, embattled, yet colossal. The other is nimble, regulated, and repositioning. Let's pull back the veil and expose what's real, what's risky, and what you must absolutely know. And just so it's clear, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should always do your own research before making any financial decisions. Segment 1. Binance, the colossus with cracks. Let's start with Binance, the biggest of them all. Founded in 2017 by Changpeng Zhao, Binance rose from zero to become the largest crypto exchange by daily trading volume. We've covered Binance here in detail, and I'll link that video at the end, but for the purpose of this video, I'll give a brief summary. Binance has faced, and continues to face, a swarm of legal and regulatory challenges around the globe. In June 2022, the SEC began investigating whether Binance's BNB token was an unregistered security. In November 2023, Binance pled guilty to multiple federal charges, including money laundering, unlicensed money transmission, and sanctions violations. Binance agreed to pay over $4 billion in fines. Changpeng Zhao stepped down as CEO and paid $50 million. He also spent time behind bars, though briefly, and was released in September 2024. Also in 2024, the Wall Street Journal reported that Binance fired internal investigators who uncovered that a VIP client, DWF Labs, allegedly manipulated the market through artificial volume and pump and dump schemes. Rather than act, Binance allegedly retained that client. That raised serious questions about their internal compliance systems and commitment to market integrity. And that's just in the US. In Canada, Binance withdrew due to tightening rules and was fined about $4.3 million by FINTRAC for AML violations. In France, regulators have opened investigations for money laundering, illegal client canvassing, and tax fraud, spanning from 2019 through 2024. Still, the platform remains massive, offering hundreds of cryptocurrencies, low fees, deep liquidity, and powerful tools for traders. Part 2, OKX, the rebranded, regulated alternative. Now let's shift to OKX. This platform flew mostly under the radar until recently. OKX was founded in China, and they left mainland operations in 2021 due to regulations. That was a good decision on their part. OKX has since moved into international markets and has ramped up licensing and compliance efforts. In early 2025, OKX relaunched in the United States and relocated its headquarters to San Jose.
Do you know the way to San Jose? La, 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 la.
They also struck a deal to offer instant SGD deposits and withdrawals in Singapore, facilitated by DBS Bank. This is a major step for regulatory trust. Forbes even ranked OKX among the world's most trustworthy crypto exchanges. While we don't have booming headlines of scandal against them like Binance, even though scrutiny is no guarantee of innocence, it's clear OKX is positioning itself as a more regulated, reputationally clean alternative that may especially appeal to US users and those concerned with AML, KYC, and licensing. Part 3, the head-to-head comparison. When it comes to scale, Binance is still the undisputed heavyweight. Its daily trading volume dwarfs every other exchange in the industry, often handling more transactions in a single day than some rivals see in a week. With hundreds of listed tokens and a customer base spread across virtually every continent, Binance's sheer size creates a deep pool of liquidity. OKX, on the other hand, doesn't quite have Binance's reach, but it has been growing steadily and strategically. Instead of trying to overwhelm the market with size alone, OKX has focused on carefully targeted expansions, launching in jurisdictions where it can secure regulatory licenses such as Singapore and the United States. The result is an exchange that may not yet match Binance's liquidity, but one that is building a reputation for stability and long-term viability. Binance's biggest vulnerability has always been regulation. Over the past few years, the company has faced a barrage of legal challenges around the world. In the US alone, regulators hit Binance with over $4 billion in fines. Across Europe and Asia too, governments have opened probes or restricted its operations, forcing Binance into a defensive posture. For many traders, the question isn't just about liquidity anymore. It's about whether Binance can sustain its dominance under the weight of so many regulatory battles. OKX has taken a different path. Rather than fighting regulators at every turn, the exchange has been working to secure licenses in key markets. By pursuing compliance in places like Singapore, Dubai, and the United States, OKX is trying to present itself as the cleaner, safer alternative, a platform that institutions and risk-averse traders might prefer. To its credit, OKX has avoided the kind of scandals that have dogged Binance. While OKX doesn't yet have the same brand recognition or trading volume, its reputation for playing by the rules could give it a long-term edge as governments crack down harder on the industry. Binance's operational track record has raised some eyebrows. Reports have surfaced that its own compliance teams flagged potential market manipulation only to see those warnings ignored or sidelined. While Binance remains a highly liquid platform, questions like these raise concerns about whether the exchange is always acting in the best interest of its users or primarily in service of its own growth. OKX, by contrast, hasn't been tied to the same kind of internal controversies. The exchange highlights its use of regulated deposit channels, such as direct support for the Singapore dollar, as a way to reassure customers about transparency and oversight. While no platform is immune from risk, the absence of major scandals suggests OKX may be less exposed to abuse, at least for now. Binance has built a reputation for being one of the most feature-rich platforms in the industry. It supports everything from basic spot trading to complex derivatives, offers a full suite of advanced tools for professional traders, and maintains a mobile app that gives users access to its massive asset list. The downside of that depth, however, is complexity. New users often find that the platform is overwhelming with a steep learning curve before they feel comfortable navigating it. OKX provides a similar range of features covering spot and derivatives trading, staking, and decentralized finance integrations, but it delivers them with a bit less flash. Its fee structure is not as publicized as Binance, yet the platform has been earning trust among traders who value a cleaner, less intimidating interface. While it may not match Binance's scale of options, OKX is positioning itself as a capable alternative that prioritizes usability and steady growth. Part 4. Final thoughts. If you choose Binance, understand the risk. Great execution and offerings, but you're banking with a platform under global legal heat with a documented history of suppressing internal warnings in favor of clients. If you choose OKX, understand it's the safer emerging bet, steadily building licensing infrastructure in mainstream markets with no headline scandals, yet. But don't mistake compliance for perfection. Fewer problems so far don't guarantee future safety. Remember that no platform is immune. Keep your funds segregated where possible, understand insurance or custodial protections, thoroughly vet the exchange's regulatory attachments and public filings where available. Your best defense against crypto fraud isn't just platform selection, it's due diligence. Track legal status, compliance announcements, internal controls, and stay up to date on official investigations. As you navigate this evolving landscape, remember that power and scale aren't inherently safe, just as regulation-friendly positioning isn't enough by itself. Dig deep, follow the institutions you respect, and above all, hold these platforms and yourself to account. What are your thoughts on Binance and OKX? Comment below. If you found this video helpful and informative, please hit that subscribe button, like, and comment. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay honest, and come back for more Antitrust Insider.